about. But who's talking about Texas State? Who's talking about Central Michigan? Who's talking about Akron? Who's talking about the other schools who might not be the top of the tier, but are still giving you the college football you love to bet on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Campus Kickoff.
Trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins! Dobbs heaves it. They're bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught! It is caught! Jawan Jennings! And the ball is free! It's picked up by Michigan State. Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game!
You know what that means, people? Football!
I didn't know what the fuck it meant. I was like, is the king arriving? What the fuck?
I typed in triumphant trumpets, and that was what I got. But people, it is season 2, episode 1, Campus Kickoff, presented by Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. I'm jumping with excitement. Tyler can't even hold his smile in. That's when you know he's in a good mood. This motherfucker has been hating sports recently. But
Bro, a
wow.
helicopter fighting a forest fire in France crashed into a lake trying to scoop up water.
Damn it.
Where's our water? Oh, the helicopter crashed into a lake.
He crashed into it trying to scoop up water. Scooping up some water in the bucket. He went down to get it. He came up.
Uh-oh. 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 Oh. Oh, my
No.
God.
There's some guy back there, and they're probably in the helicopter saying, why couldn't we just walk down and grab it? Why do we have to use the helicopter?
How to lose your helicopter license in a day.
Probably
That's
a $50,000 mistake. But anyways, we are
It
here
was probably more than that.
We're here to talk about the ball of the foot, the sport that does us the best on this podcast, not just when it comes to fun, but also ratings-wise. Let's face it, people, it's a business. But we got to talk about football. We got to do it right here, right now, and primarily college football. Now, little house cleaning before we get into it. The predictions, the divisions, the conferences, the previews, the Heisman favorites, all of that juicy shit that you're waiting for is tomorrow on Ride the Tide at 6 o'clock. So make sure that you're there. It will be all of us, all the fellas, making sure to give their predictions. So today is not going to be any of that. Today is going to be what Campus Kickoff is here for. There are 133 teams in college football. It's a lot of fucking teams. There's a lot of week 1 games that are very interesting. Now, me and Tyler are going to run through probably 10, 15 games here. Might bet some, might not. But we're at least going to talk about the ones that interest us. Tomorrow, you get your conferences. And then on Saturday morning,
Yeah. I guess it's just me. I don't know what happened to Dylan. Dylan's kind of like running this whole thing, so I kind of rely on him to be here. Hold on. He's coming back.
we're good. We had a little
He's
mishap.
back.
But as I was saying, Saturday at our regular time, that is going to be back to the big games, all the ones that we don't talk about today. And you're like, wait a minute, they didn't talk about Ohio State, Texas. Are they crazy? No. Saturday. Catholics versus convicts. Are they talking about it? Saturday. LSU Clemson. Saturday. You get the memo. I just don't want motherfuckers being like, why are they talking about him? Sorry for calling you motherfuckers. You guys are great people. That just was, of course, happening. Some of you are.
Yeah, okay. That's
Some of you
better.
are. All right, let's get right to it. We have to quickly talk about week 0. Don't worry, this won't take longer than fucking 2 minutes. It's just quick little things want to get out of the way.
Yeah, also let me know if you hear anything that's like loud background noise. All of the windows in the entire house are open because as much as I love summer, this is my favorite weather of the year is right around football when it's like 65,
This is
70
mine. Yeah,
degrees.
you know
This
me.
is
Fuck the heat.
prime
cold,
Michigan weather right here.
Hoodie weather. Love me some
Yeah.
hoodie weather.
Yeah.
So week number 1, there's only 2 games I want to talk about. One is one that people might not care as much about, but I do because it was a great football game. Fantastic football game. It is the Stanford Colts with Frank Wright, with Andrew Luck at the GM and the head coach spot, with a new team and taking on Hawaii, who has this new stud.
Is Andrew Luck Andrew Luck's the athletic director then?
He is the general manager of the team. He's the GM.
That's not a fucking thing in college football.
When he came out, they said new GM Andrew Luck and new interim head coach Frank Wright.
Okay.
So Frank Wright, he's the I don't know.
I guess now that they're paying players, I guess there can be a general manager.
I guess, but last year, one game, Micah Alejandro played in one game. He threw 450 yards, 50 yards rushing, 500 total yards, 4 touchdowns. People were like, ooh, that's exciting.
Well, yeah, you can't say much more than ooh because who did they play?
Well, I understand that, but the guy is I have it right here. He is 5'9", 180 pounds.
He's a short king.
Very little guy.
He's standing up for all the short guys out there saying, look, we can do it.
He's getting compared to Timmy Chang. And if you don't know who that is, he is the last homegrown Hawaii quarterback from Honolulu that went on to play for Hawaii for 4 years and go on to break records that Colt Brennan would try to break a couple years later. But Micah Alejandro played in his first game, and I thought he broke his leg going into halftime. But it turns out he was okay. He played the second half on one leg. They were in a situation where they had a game-winning field goal opportunity. Here's where the story gets great. They have a kicker that has 2 years ago came to America, spoke no English, knows no English, watched college football. Ready? Said, I like that. I think I could do that. Not the physical part, but the kicking of the ball. So he comes to America, still knowing no English, tries out for the Hawaii kicking team in Honolulu, which I'm guessing based on this dates was probably the closest to Japan, just in terms of he was like, I don't want to enter.
He went straight across the sea.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Went there, fucking got the job, still knows no English, and learned everything he knows what he's doing from YouTube. And not only did he go 3 for 3 on his field goals, but kicked a 40-yarder game-winning to give Hawaii the win. This is a fun team that I can't say has ever been a Hawaii fun team while we've been doing this podcast. I love it. That makes me happy.
Long before this podcast, there was still a long list of Hawaii teams that were no fun at all.
Yes.
Honestly, I think that it's perfect because you don't have the pressure of this guy is going in there with knowing all the pressure that's on him for this kick. Motherfucker doesn't even speak English.
No.
He just started playing football. There's no pressure on him whatsoever. So the odds of him making the kick, as long as he has the leg strength to get it there, I feel like the odds are actually better because he's going in there I'm gonna kick it.
And I just want to say right now,
I'm gonna kick it.
Now that I've had conversations with the person I need to have conversations with, I have somebody that I used to play hockey with, one of my good buddies that I still talk to, who goes to Hawaii, plays golf there, scholarship, pretty cool.
Wild.
Yeah, he is going to the games. And I said, if Hawaii is good this year, I need to bring you on the podcast on a campus kickoff just for you to tell me what a Hawaii home game is like. I'm dying to know. No. And he said he's got us.
No.
he said I got you. And even if they're bad, I might still bring them on just to hear what that's like. But
even if not, I need videos of the game day atmosphere.
That's
Hawaii.
what I'm saying. I want to know what a game day.
It's probably electric, actually.
100%. So
what else is going on there? Nothing. It's got to be electric.
They do a lot of crazy shit, but none of it is planned.
I mean, on Saturday when Hawaii's playing, that's what's happening that day. There's no other shit.
Doing a luau because why not? It's a Saturday. That's the thing. That's the thing about Hawaii.
Pre-game luau, we might have to go one of these years, Dylan. We might have to go to a Hawaii game.
That's a flight and a half, though.
I really don't care.
Hawaii vacation and finishing it off with a college football game would be electric. I'm not going to lie to you. But the other game I do want to quickly talk about before we get into week 1 is the ranked game, Kansas State, Iowa State. And thank God ESPN does the Skycast. I don't know if I mentioned this last year, but if you don't watch the games on the Skycast because you're like, I don't like the commentary, blah, 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 this is the best way to watch it, not just for the atmosphere, but you can see so vividly when a quarterback fucks up and when a quarterback makes a smart decision because of the high camera angle of every single person on the field. It's very similar to how Amazon Prime's camera is set up, which makes it very smart to see when a smart play is coming on, a lucky play is happening, or a stupid play is happening. So,
and if that's not enough for you, how about nobody knows who plays on any fucking team? At least then, if you get if they do some of that Amazon stuff sometimes, you can see who's who. Because nobody knows who's on what team. Or even if you do know who's on your team, you probably don't know who's on the other team.
Yes. So my biggest thing is this game, as much as the stat line makes it look otherwise, it exposed what I kind of already was thinking, which is Rocco Becht is for real and Avery Johnson is a fraud. Avery Johnson, every single long pass he did, I was looking at it because Iowa State safeties were coming in on a play where the wideout got a deep ball down the sideline, and there was another play where their D-backs again played in, which allowed the separation to create it outside. And I guess you could say, well, that's just good reads by Avery Johnson, but I also just watched a lot of dumb, lucky passes from Avery Johnson and a lot of passes from Rocco Becht that to me looked like he was more, I don't want to say in tune because they were both fucking in tune with what was going on, but there was a lot more smart lob passes and passes that you could see from a higher angle that it felt more like Avery Johnson was playing fuck it football and was getting, 21 points out of that against an Iowa State defense that has a lot of returners. But I think Rocco Becht proved in this game that he's the all-around better quarterback, even though the stat line might not look like it was. I had Iowa State winning this Big 12. I told Tyler, I said I have Iowa State and Arizona State.
First game of the year. I mean, you get what you get.
I have Iowa State and Arizona State in a rematch of last year, but I think this year it's going to be Arizona State that takes it, or Iowa State that takes it. So we'll see. It's week 0. Maybe it means nothing. Maybe it means something. Only time will tell. All right, let's get into campus kickoff. Let's talk about some games here. Week number fucking 1, baby. We got some games that start Thursday and Friday, and those will not be covered because obviously we start on Saturday.
Do you plan on saying anything about that Boise game?
Yes. That's the first game I was going to talk about.
Because I'm taking South Florida.
Okay, well, that's the first game. Let's talk about it right here. So, Boise State does have 5 out of their 5 returning players on the offensive line. That's huge. They have another running back who was very good last year. He's like a diet Ashton Genty, but the problem is he couldn't stay healthy. So if he can stay healthy, it looks good for Boise. But on the other hand, USF is coming off of the most potential they've ever had in the new coaching stand under the 3 years he's been a head coach. And that quarterback for Boise State, Maddox Mason, I don't really trust him. So,
I mean, do what you will with this information, but I mean, granted, South Florida plays who South Florida plays, and it's not their fault.
Yes.
But they averaged like 32 points per game last year.
Yes.
And returned a lot of the guys from that offense. Call me crazy, but like I said, I'm taking South Florida on the points. The Devils' number to start the season?
Yeah, you have them at 6,
whatever,
right?
got to do what you got to do. It's 5.5 right now on DraftKings.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I originally came into this, if I was going to play this game, I was going to play Boise because of, like I said, their front 5 saying is fucking huge with what they did with Genty last year. And I know a lot of people could say, yeah, but look at all the broken tackles Genty made. But Genty also made a lot of broken tackles after he got 5-6 yards because of his O-line. So those 5 returners to me are huge on this offense. They do have 2 transfer wide receivers that are coming in. And when it comes to USF's defense, the last 2 weeks, or not the last 2 weeks, last 2 years, as much as they've averaged 30 points, they've let up 30 points per game on defense.
Which is why we get a 63.5 point over-under.
I'm going to play Boise -6. -5.5 is what you have it at. I'll take that -5.5.
I'm going to say, you're not getting 6. You're getting 5.5 here. Lines move.
I will play that -5.5, and you can take that +5.5. And just like that, one game into week 1, me and Tyler are on different sides.
Football's back, bitch. That's how it works.
You want entertainment? You got entertainment. Let's get to game number 2.
You're such a little bitch. You're such a little bitch.
I didn't say anything. I just said get to
That
game
is
number 2.
twisted. You like looked at me when you put it on, like you knew I would say something. Nah, that was intentional. Fucking move on.
All right, game number 2. And before you start shitting on me, let me explain myself. I have Ohio +14.5 on Thursday against Rutgers.
All right, just tell me the game and I'll give you the number because this is we're 2 games in and you got the wrong number again.
You tell me what your number is and I'll tell you if I still have the same
15.5.
Yeah. I love Parker Navarro. I loved him last year. I thought he was a dog. He's coming back to Ohio this year. I think that he led him to a 10-win season last year. He'll probably lead him to a 9-10 win team this year. And I think that Rutgers has done nothing but degress. They lost players in the transfer portal. They were Michigan State, not this year, but the year before, where you're like, damn, they got a bad year. They have a bad team, and everybody from that bad team is leaving. That's where Rutgers is in. So I just thought this was one of the easiest plays to start week 1 on Thursday night. Give me Ohio +15.
I guess, but it could also go the other way. You got a bad team and all the bad players left. Maybe you got lucky and got some better players.
The players they got in the transfer portal, half of them, and I'm not making this up, are from FCS.
Hey, you got to go anywhere but up from FCS. You can't go down from an FCS school. You have to move up.
Or you grab players from FBS that are, Division 1 and not Division 2. But, there's only 133 other teams in Division 1 you could have picked from. You couldn't have got anyone from Kennesaw State.
They also have to want to go to Rutgers, okay?
Which is hard to do.
That's a big part of it.
I'm not saying they didn't get anybody. They do have a couple of names that
in.
are important at Rutgers, but I don't think they're important enough to cover 15 points on week 1. They're going to smack them out. I think they could lose.
Look, you can take whatever you want. You're not going to get an opinion from me because I'm not going to touch this game.
Okay. Well, I needed to at least give my opinion because I knew that I had one there. So, I think you will have an opinion on this Thursday night game at 9 o'clock. I'll let you tell me what the spread is, and then I'll tell you everything else. Nebraska going to Cincinnati at 9 o'clock.
We got Nebraska favored by 6.5 points.
Okay. I love the under in this game. Cincinnati.
Over-under is 53.5.
Yeah, that's for a good reason. Cincinnati is a team that I think they averaged, I have it right here in my notes, 16 points per game 2 years ago, 18 points per game last year, and every single game that they averaged under 20 points, they lost majority of those games.
This is Cincinnati you're talking about?
Cincinnati, yeah.
Yeah, the biggest news to come out of Cincinnati in the last 10 years happened today, and that's because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and Travis Kelce went to Cincinnati. Like, that's the biggest news to come out of Cincinnati in the last 10 years.
And Nebraska and Matt Rule were literally built last year on, we don't really have that much of an offense, but our defense will fuck you up.
No, this is an underplay all the way. If you're going to play it,
all right,
play the under.
That's exactly my play.
I don't have a winner or a loser, but I was going to take the under.
Perfect.
There's no other way to go.
We are on the same page. All right. I don't know if I have a play for this one, but I want to talk about it with you, and I want to see how we feel. Okay.
Are we on to Friday?
We are the last game for Thursday. Wait. Yes, the last game for Thursday.
Stony Brook and San Diego State?
Good Lord, no. Miami, Ohio at Wisconsin.
Well, after that game is Stony Brook, San Diego State. So you had me nervous. That game starts at 10 o'clock.
No, I just want to talk about a potential Miami, Ohio. What do you have it at?
17.5 point spread, 39.5 point over under.
That's what I have it at. I want to talk about a potential plus 17.5 Miami, Ohio, because the best player in the MAC for the last, I don't know how many years, is returning for his 6th year from Toledo, DeQuan Finn. He is now the head football quarterback. Jeez, I don't know if I say head coach.
Head football quarterback. That's a first. I've never heard anyone refer to a quarterback as the head football quarterback. Like there's a backup or assistant football quarterback.
Yeah, I fucked it up, okay? DeQuan Finn is the football coach. God damn it. This is your fault. DeQuan Finn is the quarterback for Miami, Ohio. He threw 66 touchdowns and less than 20 interceptions over his last couple of years in Toledo. I love what he does on the ground. He's going to another MAC team who had very little weapons like Toledo. It's the same thing. And on top of every single team in the Big Ten, do you know what team lost the most players due to the transfer portal, Tyler? Wisconsin. So, can I talk you into a potential plus 17.5 play here?
I could talk you out of a potential plus 17.5 play here.
Okay.
I mean, this is like the numbers are great.
Yes.
In Maction.
Correct.
This is not Maction. This is welcome to Big Ten land. It's in Wisconsin. Okay. It's a night game.
Yep.
I don't think the odds are in his favor here. I think that it's all Wisconsin all night long.
All right, so then we aren't going to play this one. I just wanted to talk about that one. I didn't say we were going to pick them all.
I respect his numbers.
Uh-huh. When I see numbers like that,
if they were playing Central Michigan or something like that, but I don't know. First game of the year in the Big Ten in Wisco. That play's going to be jumping, even if they're not that great. It's the first college football game of the year for them. I don't know about that.
Yes. All right, let's get to Friday. Let's get to the first game. Let's get to our, if you don't know, team that we are a big fan of, the Michigan State Spartans. They are taking on Western Michigan. Is it still 20.5 points, Tyler?
Indeed it is. The over-under is 49.5.
I'm going to say this now, and I don't want any motherfuckers coming at me because for 4 years on this podcast, we have not been Michigan State dick suckers. We have actually been the opposite and faded them probably more than we've read in them.
You've actually been pretty big haters.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm allowed to say this is the most confident I felt with a Michigan State offense in a while.
That's confident. You can say that confidently because I think you, me, and nobody else knows jack shit about what our defense is going to be.
Yes, we have 3 players returning on
I don't know how you even know.
We have one that's an all-pro. We have another transfer in the transfer portal that was going to go to Ohio State and chose us over them. I don't know.
Just so we're clear, I think you meant all Big Ten.
All Big Ten, yes.
We had another player.
We had another player transfer who, like I said, was going to go to Ohio State, but we probably blackmailed him or something, and he came to East Lansing, and we'll fucking take him. Also crazy. On the O-line, we grabbed another wide receiver to pair up with, Nick Marsh, and another wide receiver. 3 wide receivers that are good is what I'm trying to say. Jack Velling, tight end, coming back. Aiden Childs on a junior year, coming back. I like what this offense looks like. So I can confidently say I'm going to take Michigan State to cover the spread, which is crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, look. It's Maction, all right? It's Maction,
I know, but
baby.
Still, Friday nights when we're out at the cottage or whatever, that is when we're checking in. And guess what? It's a 10-point game at halftime. It's a 10-point game at the end of the third quarter.
That was last year, though. It can't be as bad as last year. You got to take a step forward. Look, if they don't have a good season, Childs is fucking gone, and the head coach might even get fired, and it's only year 2. Like, that's just the new day and age in college football. Like, I don't know how much time you really have anymore. So, Childs, look, second year, same offense. You have nothing you need to change. Just if the O-line can give him even a second and a half more than he had last year. Like, when he had time, he looked good. But when he's running for his life 70 to 80% of the entire game, every game, how good is he allowed to look? Like, no one's looking that good if that's what you have to do every game, unless you're Lamar Jackson. So, other than that, you don't have a choice. I'd take the 20. I'm taking the 20.5 too. You need to see steps in the right direction from Michigan State, and it's got to start week 1.
I agree. I agree. So we are both on Spartans minus 20.5 point spread. Wow. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Wouldn't that just be fucking great if we could just do that? Next game. Friday, 8 o'clock. We got a team that I am not happy with and a team that I am very uppity on and a spread that I really like. We got the Auburn Tigers going to Baylor to take on the Bears, also on Friday, like I said, at 8 o'clock. Now, the team I'm down on, Auburn. the team I'm up on, Baylor. So,
Now, don't play yourself here.
What's that spread?
Baylor always looks good.
They do, but I've also
and then they always shit the bed every single year.
Baylor has 14 returning starters on offense alone.
Okay, that matters now because college football is what it is now.
That matters a lot.
You're watching this podcast, you know what college football is now. That actually matters.
Also, starting quarterback.
2.5. 2.5.
Starting quarterback returning. Starting both running backs returning. 2 receivers returning. 4 offensive linemen returning. Tight end returning. That's attractive to me. And I did not like Auburn going into this year because I think that Auburn for the last couple of years has been getting by with a mediocre quarterback and a mediocre defense, and they have changed nothing. If not, I think the quarterback this year might actually be worse. I am not a fan of him. I'm blanking on his name right now, but I've fucking talked about him a couple of times with fucking Devin. Damn it. But I don't like him. I do not like the Auburn's quarterback. I just was actually surprised that they picked him to start. Tyler, if you could get that name for me, you'd be a G.
I'm in the process.
I appreciate you. I didn't even think he was going to be named
Jackson Arnold.
Yes, Jackson Arnold, who is coming from how many fucking games at Alabama until they said this guy's not good? So, yeah. Oklahoma. Sorry, I said Alabama. So
yeah, they got junior Jackson Arnold, Damari Alston, senior running back. They got Cam Coleman, sophomore receiver. Horatio Fields, also a senior receiver. Let's see.
I kind of just want to put my dick on the table here and just say, give me Baylor money line. So that's where
I mean, look, if there's ever a time where Baylor was going to show out, it'd be the first game of the year to build your hopes up. And then you take Baylor against another decent team and they get their ass kicked because that's just what Baylor does.
Yeah, they'll be at home. They got all the weird kids running across the field with their oversized T-shirts. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Look, it's a Baylor game. So at the end of the day, not a lot of defense gets played in general. So I'm going to take the over 57.5, not knowing who's going to win this game, but I do want to get to the next game.
Okay. Is that
assuming it's what I think it is?
Well, it depends. Is that game also at 8:00?
It's also at 8:00 on a Friday night.
Beautiful. Then we are getting
with 2 teams that split a national championship and have not played since then.
Explain that next game, man. I'm confused. What you mean?
Are you aware?
A split a national championship? We're talking about Georgia Tech and Colorado, right?
I believe it was 1990. Georgia Tech and Colorado shared the national championship, and they have yet to play each other since that day. So, does this game decide the 1990 championship? I think yes.
It would kind of have to, wouldn't it? I don't see how.
I mean, in my opinion.
All right. Here's where I stand. I think that it's very easy to say whether you are a casual fan or a diehard college football fan that it will be a huge regression year for Colorado. Colorado, if you want me to give a buck with you, is fighting for a bowl game this year. I know that seems crazy with Dion and all these transfers they seem to have this, that. They really haven't picked up a lot of people. The star 2 players last year that made them talk about on national television was Shadur Sanders and Travis Hunter. They're both gone. Who are their main 2 wide receiver weapons outside of Travis Hunter? Both in the NFL. That whole offense, running backs, gone. That whole offense is going to be new. They have a quarterback who might actually be a better runner than Shadur Sanders, but he does not throw very well. And that defense has never been trustworthy, and the few good pieces that you had, like Shiloh, are also in the NFL.
Well, I'm on Georgia Tech.
Me too. I'm talking about all the reasons why I'm against Colorado.
I don't know how you could be on Colorado.
Yes.
The best player on their team wears a headset, and he's in his 50s.
Correct.
Like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Shadur managed to do decent with no offensive line. I don't know if a lot of other quarterbacks will be able to do that at Colorado because as far as I'm concerned, they still don't have a very solid offensive line.
Yeah.
Also, to take you back, the 1990 season, the Colorado Buffaloes under Bill McCartney went 11-1-1, won the Big 8 conference, and are also famous for, I don't know if you've heard this, Dylan, the 5th down game against Missouri when referees mistakenly gave Colorado an extra down on the game-winning play. So kind of lucked into that. And then they beat Notre Dame 10-9 in the Orange Bowl, and their victory helped them secure a share of the title. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets, coached by Bobby Ross, went 11-0-1. Their only blemish was a tie to North Carolina, and they beat Nebraska 45-21 in the Citrus Bowl, finishing that season undefeated with 1 tie. Arguably better than Colorado's season, if you ask me. Plus, they got a 5th down. So, is it a debate? I don't think so. I think Georgia Tech's going to come out and say there was no fucking debate. We're the champions.
Yeah, you got that.
I know that no one is going to care about that, but I'm pretending this game is a 1990 championship when I watch
Cool,
it.
I will too. But
Give me some more interest.
If you want to take it for the reason of the championship, if you want to take it for all the reasons why Colorado is going to take a step back, all directions point Georgia Tech -4.5 points. Take them.
Yeah. Also, thank God we have the college football playoff now. We don't have to deal with that shit because the Associated Press AP poll said Colorado was the national champions, but the coaches poll said Georgia Tech was the national champion. So thank God we don't have to do that shit anymore.
Well, it will all be decided Saturday.
Yes.
You got to go back and change it in the fucking books.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, Tyler.
No, I agree. I'm with you. It's fucking hilarious, but I agree.
They need to go back to the championship and say the winner of the game is now officially whoever wins Saturday.
I'm down.
I'm with it. All right.
I'm down.
Last game we have on Friday is strictly because, if you don't know, Fire Up Chips around here. We got a game at 10:30 between the Central Michigan Chippewas +11.5 going to San Jose State. Tyler, I'm going to let you start with this one because I'm pretty sure you've already made a play on this game.
Hey, it ain't locked in, but fire the fuck up, Chips. If there's one thing you could do successfully every single year, it's be terrible at football. Can we just do a little bit less of that this year on week 1? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, for the first time, and I don't know how long, I have key players to talk about on Central Michigan.
That's fucking shocking.
They have a couple people that have decided to transfer over to.
Well, it's been like 5 years. Do we have a quarterback that can throw the ball or just run?
He's one of the 3 I was going to talk about.
Because I have yet to see a quarterback actually throw the ball at Central in years.
They have a defensive lineman. His name is Jordan Kwiatkowski. He is a highly rated defensive lineman. If you play college football, the video game, he is a 4-star player, which should tell you, great player, right?
He's actually decent.
Yeah. Another 4-star player is Caleb Spann, who's a cornerback. He's the cornerback 1 on the roster. He's probably the fastest player on the roster. And then the third player I wanted to talk about was, hopefully, their quarterback 1 and the quarterback that will just stay consistent, Dakota Cochran. He is the team's highest rated quarterback right now. Right behind him is Tristan Madsen, who I do not believe will be getting the start. I believe they've already revealed, yes, it is Dakota Cochran that will be getting the start. So consistency is going to be the key for these boys. I looked up key players for San Jose State, and they showed me a couple linemen. I'm going to take Central's +11.5 with you, Ty. Why not? I feel like there's nothing to lose here.
Dylan, I got a problem. I looked up Dakota Cochran, and he's a fucking linebacker for Central Michigan.
Well, he is listed as quarterback 1.
Dakota Cochran?
Yeah, the guy who made 135 tackles.
You starting to pick up what I'm putting down?
Uh-huh.
Position, linebacker, not quarterback.
Okay, so I need you to now see. The last thing says, is it backwards for you?
Yeah, it is backwards, but I can read it.
It says Jordan Kwiatkowski, defensive lineman, Caleb Spann, cornerback, and Dakota Cochran, quarterback. Dakota Cochran, quarterback, is the team's highest-rated quarterback and currently in the QB1 slot. This is Google.
So I'm seeing it's Joe Labas. Who started the first 6 games last year before having a season-ending arm injury, but he averaged 185 passing yards per game, completing 58.8% of his passes, threw for 1,114 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I just typed into Google who's their quarterback, and that's exactly what I got. So
He's
I
a
don't
redshirt
know.
senior.
I don't. Can you just see this? Can you just see what these letters are right there?
Yeah.
That's the defense secretary.
But I was like, I don't remember him. Like, he must have been a transfer. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, no, he's on the team, but he's a linebacker.
Again, right next to his name.
No, I understand where the
So-
confusion comes in. It's just
Okay, so now
he's on the other side of the ball.
So now we got a Joe Labasse. We got a redshirt junior that currently played at Iowa. So if we know anything about Iowa quarterbacks, they don't like to get a lot of points. But if we know anything about Maction football,
Well, if I know anything about that, they don't like getting a lot of points in the Big Ten.
Okay, but I was gonna say if I know anything about Maction football, a lot of rules that apply to regular football don't apply to Maction. So I don't know if I'm still taking this a plus 11.5. I want to ride with you because fire up chips, but you know that I'm going to be up at 1 a.m. watching this game, and if I have a great day and this fucks me, I'm going to be fucking mad at you.
You know what? Fuck it. His QBR was 122.9 in the 6 games he played.
All right.
That's fucking good. I'm taking it.
Fine. They don't need to win. Just lose by 10 or better. Okay.
To a
That's
shitty-ass San Jose State team. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. That's Friday.
Not asking for a lot.
Saturday, that's where all the real fun stuff happens. Don't worry. We'll talk about Tennessee. We'll talk about Ohio State. We'll talk about all the shit that you guys want to talk about. But there's a couple of games that we have to talk about Saturday that we will not be talking about Saturday. Let's kick it off. So, game number 1. And I'm very interested to see where you fall on this. We have another team that I am very uppity on this year, which is Toledo. And Toledo is a MAC team. And Toledo is a team that lost their star quarterback. And Toledo is a team that you might be like, how are you still uppity on them? Well, because at the end of the day, Toledo's head coach has proven that he is the best head coach in the conference. Isn't even close. The 5 years there, he has been in 3 conference championships and proven that with every team in there, he's by far the best. Toledo's also returning 12 players on their defense, which
All right, so let me get this straight. They are playing Kentucky.
Yes.
Why are you down on Kentucky? This is a 9.5-point spread.
Yes.
You must be down on Kentucky for a certain
right
reason.
There, Tyler, can I just say the fact that it is 9.5?
The fact that Vegas is respecting Toledo.
That should open some people's eyes right there. At least going, oh, it's only 9.5 because Kentucky doesn't have anything going for them this year. When you look at the transfers that they got in the portal, they're at the bottom of the class. When you look at the players that they lost in the portal, they lost actually, I think, 5 players to the NFL, which is crazy because what did Kentucky do last year? Fucking nothing. So you have an O-line.
Create 5 NFL players. That's what they did.
I guess so. You have an O-line that was already not good. You had a defense that was the main thing that was getting me excited about this Kentucky team last year. That defense is gone. They've all left. The 5 players drafted, 5 defensive players. So I just think it's going to be a huge regression step back, and I really like Toledo. And there's not a lot of times, Tyler, that I can take a MAC school to cover against a non-MAC school, especially an SEC football team. I'm not asking you to ride with me. Hell, I'll ride off this cliff by myself.
Yeah. In the case of me versus you, I will let you ride this cliff by yourself and take
this Toledo.
I will be on the opposite train, going 9.5 points the opposite way, because the SEC is just different.
No, it doesn't mean more. It doesn't mean shit. Let's go, Mac. All right. Game number 2 that we have taking place on Saturday. I must mention that continuously, like over and over again, because what if you forget? Ranked game, non-ranked game. Sorry, people. There's a lot of good games Saturday, which means that Saturday is going to be a fucking banger podcast. All right. We have they unranked him. All right. Let's get to Arizona, who was, I thought, ranked in the top 25 to start the year, but is no longer ranked. They are a minus 17 and a half point favorite at home. Yes, I know I jumped all the way to 10:30. I know you're like, Jesus Christ, Dylan.
All right, I found it.
Okay. They're a 17 and a half point favorite over under 52 and a half, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. And I think
Taking on the Rainbow Warriors.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
I don't like this at all.
Give me 17.5 points to the Rainbow Warriors. Why? Because who was the only thing that was making Arizona relevant? It was McMillan. He's gone. Fafita on year 7. I'm done with Fafita, okay? Every fucking year for the last 3 years, I've been uppity on Fafita, and he's been nothing but inconsistent and average at best. He can barely throw forward passes. Everything about this Hawaii Warriors team doesn't have to go out there and play smash mouth football. They have to go out there and play Rainbow Warrior football, which means one thing and one thing only. Stay healthy and keep the game close, damn it. Give me the Warriors 17 and a half.
Look, I'll ride the Warriors on the 17 and a half only because I have no faith in Arizona.
0.
And I at least have something to go off of with Hawaii.
Fafita's a 6th-year senior. The experiment is dead. It's over. It hasn't been working.
Just like Hendon Hooker with the Lions. Like,
No.
sometimes you got to stop believing.
He had a top receiver for the last 2 years named Tateriota McMillan, who was a top 10 pick to the fucking Panthers. That was what made him still good. That was the main reason why he's probably still QB1 on this team. So, yes, I love Hawaii plus 17 and a half points. Another game I want to play is also at 10:30 on that Saturday night. I hate Cal, but don't we all? I like Oregon State,
Pretty
and I
much.
like them a lot. So, you have a team that I don't like in Cal. You got a team that I do like in Oregon State. So, what makes them a team that I do like? I was pretty up on Duke last year, if you don't remember, Tyler. Would you say? I was a pretty big Duke guy?
Yeah,
Football?
very.
Yeah. Who was their quarterback? Do you remember? It was Malik Murphy. Sorry, I was asking you a question. I wasn't actually.
No, I don't.
Malik Murphy.
I didn't know if that was.
quarterback,
I thought it was rhetorical.
and I was super uppity on him. I thought he was fantastic. He is now the new starting quarterback over at Oregon State. Oregon State, in my opinion, has a lot better O-line and a lot more weapons defensively than Duke had over in the ACC. So now you're taking a quarterback that I already liked. You're giving him more weapons against a Cal team that has just been nothing. Hell, if you play College Football 25, the video game, you see who's one of the lowest rated teams in the game at the top level, okay? I am super down on Cal. I'm super up on Oregon State and Malik Murphy. So give me minus 2.5 points for Oregon State.
Yeah, look, I'll ride it only because you're giving a talented quarterback a better team to work with.
Yes.
And I believe that's true in college or in the NFL. You give a better quarterback more weapons, they will succeed.
I agree 100%. All right. Another game. I'm not even fucking with you. All these games that we're talking about Saturday are just at 10:30 and 11 o'clock. But I don't have a play yet, Tyler. I want to talk about this with you, and I want to know if you have a play or if we come to something, okay? Utah and UCLA. So, 6.5 points is what I have it at. And
I'm seeing the same.
Okay. And the big reason why I want to talk about this is because former USC quarterback, Tennessee quarterback, your boy Nico Lama Lava, is a proven starter and is now the new quarterback of UCLA. Now, Utah, over on the other hand, is finally done with their experiment of, the guy who played for 7 years with the long hair. You know what I'm talking about. Who played there forever. He is now officially gone, and they are now relying on a red shirt freshman. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am leaning right now to take your boy in a breakout game at UCLA plus 6.5 with the Lama.
Amalieva?
That's where I'm leaning.
Look,
but I want to know
man,
how you feel.
I don't know. Both teams have new coaches and new quarterbacks. Like,
Correct.
It's basically a test of who learned more of their offense or their system this offseason faster.
Devin Dampier, is the new freshman quarterback for.
Yeah, so it's basically who has figured it out first. Utah has won the last 3 out of 4 matchups when they've played against UCLA. I think 6 out of the last 7 in total and 3 out of the last 4 in UCLA.
Cam Rising, I think that was his name.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I lean Utah. I like Amalieva, but here's what I don't like.
Okay.
Tennessee, when you played on Tennessee, you asked for more money. They gave you more money. You said, that's not enough money. I need more money. They gave you more money. Then you did it a fucking third time, and Tennessee was like, dude, we've matched both of your fucking previous offers. Like, that's all you're getting. And he said, okay, I'm leaving.
And UCLA was desperate for a quarterback.
I think he's more in it for the money than the football. I would take Utah.
Okay. I mean, this is why I wanted to talk about
because he's been focused on all the wrong shit.
Yeah.
As much as I liked him, I don't know.
What is the main thing that I will say in this game is I think that one aspect that I can prove is both these head coaches that are new signs are both, in my opinion, offensive coaches. They are not defensive coaches.
Well, Tino Sinceri is the new OC at UCLA, and he brings an RPO-style offense, which is definitely in Nico's category of offenses that he would want to run.
Yeah.
And then Jason Beck for Utah, his Lobos offense ranked the best in the Mountain West and 4th nationally in yardage, which brings...
And that's why he's bringing his boy, former New Mexico, freshman redshirted Devin Dampier with him. So I do have a play in this game after talking with you. I like the over. 51.5 points.
I like that too.
I like
if I don't have to pick a winner, I'm taking the over.
That's what I like. After talking
we can agree on that.
100%. After talking this through, that is where I have landed. All right. Hell yeah. Okay, we got 2 more games, Tycho. We got one Sunday at 3 o'clock, and we got one Monday at 8 o'clock. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Virginia Tech, South Carolina?
Yes, sir, baby. Virginia Tech Hokies, not at home, no Enter Sandman, but they're going to take on South Carolina. Now.
Yeah, give me South Carolina minus 7.5. This is disrespectful to South Carolina, if you ask me. Very disrespectful.
I was going to say my first point that I have is now, when you look at a number with a team that I like as much as South Carolina sitting at 7.5 points, that was originally 9.5, that got moved down to 7.5 points, which is crazy because 83% of the bettors are still betting for the Gamecocks to cover, and they took that number and moved it down. I don't know. That was kind of fucking mind-boggling to me. But I love them. I'm not going to waste your time with numbers and stats. Dylan Stewart, one of the best players in defense. Lenore Sellers, I think is one of the best players in quarterback. I think he's a Heisman dark horse, if you want me to be honest with you.
I don't know if it's that much of a dark horse.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so high on the Cocks.
Yeah. I've always been big on the Cocks. Me and Jesse, we love some Cocktober, Cocktember, and even Cocksember. But the thing is, the Cocks have never been in Cockuary. And I think this could be the year we might see some Cockuary. I'm just saying. I got high hopes. I'm just saying. It all starts here.
Don't take any of that out of context, you dirty-minded freaks.
Yeah, come on. It's on ESPN. It's at home. And I like them in that game.
Yeah.
100%.
I said it from the beginning. I'm on your side.
Yeah. All right. Don't worry. We'll talk about the Notre Dame-Miami game Saturday. But the last game we're going to cover is 2 unranked teams that have a lot of hype going into their seasons. We got a TCU team that has the 2nd most transfers in their conference, a whole new defense, and a lot of excitement. But you know what? You can say the same thing for the other side. A whole new team led in by Bill Belichick. The defense is pretty much brand new, and a lot of upside, looking for both teams to turn things around from a lackluster last year.
I am biased as fuck, but I am taking North Carolina. There is no chance in hell Bill Belichick loses his first game, because you know what happens when Bill Belichick loses his first game? He don't get no coochie from the 25-year-old. And Bill needs his coochie to stay alive. So, North Carolina, bitch.
Okay, here's where I was at. When it was all week, when I was looking at it, it was 1.5 points, and I had no problem taking North Carolina. And then it moved to 3.5 yesterday. And now I don't know what to do, because I had no problem with 1.5, even 3 points. I would have still said North Carolina. I don't know what to do with 3.5. I see this being a close game. I see this going down to the wire.
Then take North Carolina plus the 3.5, you goof.
I'll do it. I'll do it because I love
I mean, don't
you.
talk yourself out of it,
I
because
do
that's
it
what you're
because
about
I
to
love
do.
you, and I love the fact that I think that if you take Bill Belichick's mindset and you put the game plans that he uses against a bunch of 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids trying to play football, he could have a lot of fun. He could make a lot of people look stupid. And just for that aspect of knowing that that will happen at some point, not how soon it will, but it will, I'll ride North Carolina.
I want nothing more than to see a fucking baby powder blue, shirtless hoodie,
I
Bill
love the Horned
Belichick.
Frogs.
Fucking what?
So I love the Frogs, though.
I know you love the Frogs, but
I'll
cut
take
those
them.
sleeves off, Bill. It is showtime.
Yeah.
It's fucking Labor Day, dude. They're gonna give Bill the holiday game. Like, he's gotta win.
I will say, if I had another play on this game, I love the under in this game. Both teams have no offense and all defense, and the over.
Look, if you know anything about most of those Patriots teams, it's all about the defense.
And that over under is 56.5. So I don't know if I want to fully double dip on that. I'll probably make that decision by Saturday, but I will ride right now with your 3.5. Fuck it, I'm gonna make that decision right now. I'm gonna take the under as well. I'm gonna double dip. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
All right. So those are at least 10 to 15 games that we talked about and covered there. Tomorrow, make sure you guys tune in at 6 o'clock because that's when we're going to run through all the conferences, all the Heisman favorites, even national championships. And don't forget, we got the same thing for NFL. We got divisions. We got Super Bowl previews. We got the whole goddamn show. Make sure you're in. Ooh, excuse me. Make sure you're in for that because it's going to be a banger show tomorrow. Saturday, you know what it is. I've talked about it fucking 10 times on here. Follow us on the socials at RideTheTide586. We appreciate you guys. Follow us on X, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube, on all socials. I'm McDilly. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Peace.